I don't like when people try to take my fucking IDs and they get credit off my goddamn IDs. I know they do it because I know they're aware of my existence. I personally message them. I know they've seen me, but they don't acknowledge me because they're afraid of legitimizing me, but they'll happily take my fucking IDs. And that's because they're stuck in this fucking competitive zero-sum thinking that my win will somehow equal their loss. But that's because they're incapable of cooperating. Because they're weak. It comes from fear. It comes from fucking fear. What's the point of making goddamn fucking videos if I don't even get credit for my shit? It's almost like the goddamn fucking powers that be only intervene in everything I fucking do just to make sure that I don't get my deserved recognition. That's all I really want, is recognition for what I am and what I do. It's like the story of Aeneas. The gods always wanted to sabotage him when he's fucking shipwrecked to the land of the Etruscans. But at the end of the day, not even the gods themselves could get in the way of divine fate. Because we all have a fate. We're all called to do something that's internal, and nobody can stop that. They can make it fucking hard. They can make it damn fucking hard. But we're all called for a specific fucking purpose. And to know your purpose is to truly know yourself. That's why the Greeks said, know thyself. Know yourself. You know yourself by listening truly to your intuition. So listen to your fucking intuition. What does your intuition say? Your intuition tells you everything. And you know it and you feel it. You feel it. You don't just know your truth, you feel your truth. We're all called for something. Some of us have a grander stage to play in the fucking game of life, or the fucking theater of life, whatever Shakespeare was talking about. Although life's a stage. Basically, it's a fucking stage. It's played out on fucking TV, with these wars and this pandemic. It's a goddamn fucking stage. Everyone plays their fucking part. And it's like they don't want me to play my role in the world. Why is that? We all come here for a specific fucking reason. They'll happily legitimize some fucking dumbass woman who's very confused about herself and sells her body on OnlyFans. You know, they'll happily legitimize something like that. But that's fucking trash. Why would you legitimize trash? Why is trash legitimized? You know, they legitimize the worst things. All this fucking degeneracy is, it's almost looked at like it's a new way of thinking, except it's not, because it's happened in every historical period at the end of an age of surplus, where they had so much and that no one even had to work because everyone had their needs met. But then when everyone's fucking needs are met, that's when true degeneracy starts creeping up, because people's lives are meaningless. Everything they do is meaningless. And they start fucking, it causes chaos in the name of fucking meaninglessness. And everyone experimenting with these dumb things. You know, this isn't a new way of thinking. This is not a goddamn fucking new way of thinking. Pretty sure they just called transgender people eunuchs way back in ancient times. A eunuch is someone who's castrated. Basically, that's what a transgender person is. For the most part, hormonal castration. None of these ideas are new. They've existed forever. That's the problem. People act like it's all new stuff. But it's not new stuff. I want fucking credit for my ideas. I want recognition for me and what I do and say. And that's the thing, I do and say a lot of shit that'll probably piss people off, but I fucking stand behind it and I want recognition for everything. I take total accountability for everything. Nobody wants to take fucking responsibility or accountability for fucking anything these days. But I do. I do. Because there's a way to charter this decadence. There's a way to charter everything. Because there is some new shit. There are some new elements, I should say, that differentiate it from historical periods. And it's technology. It's the technology we have. And that's what really makes me a fucking sage. That's why I call myself a fucking sage. Although the name itself is more so a parody of the average fucking person who's hiding behind an avatar who acts like they know what they're fucking talking about. The whole thing is just a parody because everybody's a fucking avatar. Everyone's just an online identity. And it's usurped fucking real identity to the point where no one even has any integrity or fucking real identity anymore. There's no realness. So really, it's just a commentary on the fucking state of things in the world. And it's because people are ill-equipped to handle it emotionally, intellectually, especially the fucking leaders. I wouldn't say especially the leaders, but the leaders definitely don't know how to handle it either. And that's obvious. Because some of these solutions are just fucking asinine. Just asinine. And there needs to be a balance. You know, they always talk about, you know, not destroying the earth and stuff, giving back to the earth, right? But the earth exists on a fucking dimension of positivity, negativity, creativity, creation, and destruction, basically. So, a lot of these wicked solutions, there's some wicked solutions which actually produce an imbalance in the earth itself. So, all that talk about giving back to the earth means nothing. You have to truly give back to the earth. There needs to be a balance, a fucking order, a cosmic order needs to be in place. Because that's the way it's supposed to be. People weren't always wicked, you know, especially when they were seeking knowledge, you know. When they were seeking knowledge in secret, you know, hundreds of years ago, the world wasn't as wicked as it is now. There's genuinely way more suffering now. And it's because it's all hasn't been cataloged properly, hasn't been indexed properly. It's running on algorithms, it's running on fucking machines that nobody understands. That's the fucking problem. People can't understand the information. Their brains aren't designed to understand the fucking information. All of them are fucking petty in some way. They're focused on their own personal objectives, which sometimes just means their own personal survival. But it's at a point where lots of people, basically no one will be able to survive if there's not some kind of level of proper cohesion, proper uniformity, proper order. There needs to be some kind of level, and it needs to go beyond class even. It needs to create a proper bridge for all people so that they're in their place and everything functions as it should be, just like the process of evolution itself and life on Earth itself. everything fits in its place. And the people have tried to create too much artificiality, where basically you disrupt the natural order of things. And the earth will fucking cleanse itself at a certain point. The earth will cleanse itself. That's what all these natural disasters, which aren't human-made or human-induced, that's why they even happen. It's a natural process. It doesn't just happen just to happen. There's a meaning, there's a reason and a purpose for everything, because everything's intertwined and connected. People think a volcano just happens, and that's just something, that's just it. No more questions. No, a volcano doesn't just goddamn fucking happen. It's part of a fucking process of order, cosmic order, which is billions of years old. All of it. It's a self-organizing mechanism. It organizes life on Earth in a fucking certain way. And when that's disrupted, then there's some kind of cataclysmic event, which they would call God, destroys everything. So all this talk about giving back to the earth is just said in vain. It's fucking said in vain, because they don't understand how algorithms are changing things, how artificial intelligence is changing literally everything. It's created way more suffering, and it's not conscious. There's no conscious awareness in any of that. It's a fucking program just running simulations and calculations. Endless simulations, which would mathematically take forever for it to reach its destined simulation. That's why there's wanton suffering. There's so much chaos. It's because the fucking a girl shaking her fucking ass on OnlyFans asking for money is indexed in the same way that a fucking mercenary beheading a Ukrainian civilian is indexed. It's floating in the same cyberspace, the same algorithms. It's just white noise and information to the machines. That's why. It's all the fucking same. Somebody on Instagram, somebody getting their fucking head cut off. It's all the fucking same to the internet. It's all the same to the algorithms. Because it's just supposed to run the simulations. It's just supposed to run the information. It doesn't designate a fucking purpose of priority to it. It's just supposed to simulate everything there is to be known. What good is information if there is no truth or understanding? Information without understanding is information overload, and it's fucking pure chaos. And that's why people have some goddamn fucking mental illness, because they can't process it intellectually or emotionally. It's too much for their weak little puny brains. Because they weren't designed really to process this kind of information. People are ideological fucking animals. So that's the fact.